Hello guys and welcome to the captivating city of Bukhara, Uzbekistan. Situated in the southern part of the country, close to the border with Turkmenistan, Bukhara has been an economic, political and cultural powerhouse for many centuries. Today, the entire old town is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and you can admire a plethora of stunning architectural monuments. In this video, I'll take you on a tour of this fascinating location and showcase some of its highlights. So join me as we discover the astounding beauty of Bukhara. The history of Bukhara, or Buhoro as it's pronounced in Uzbek, stretches back many millennia, but it is generally accepted that it became a city around 500 BC when various settlements were joined and enclosed by fortifications. The region is dominated by Bukhara Oasis, which was the ideal location to conduct trade in this highly arid part of Central Asia. Bukhara was the capital of various political entities throughout its history, including the Khanate of Bukhara and the Emirate of Bukhara, the latter of which lasted from 1785 till 1920. During the Middle Ages, Bukhara was an important stop on the Silk Road, and much like other cities in modern-day Uzbekistan, the region prospered thanks to trade and craftsmanship. The area of Bukhara was annexed by the Soviet Union in 1920 and it first became an autonomous republic. 4 years later, it was incorporated into the Uzbek Soviet Republic, of which it would remain part until independence in 1991. Today, Bukhara is the 7th largest city in the country with around 280,000 inhabitants, and its economy has transitioned from being mainly agriculture focused toward heavy industries and tourism. We begin our visit at Lyabi Khauz Square, which is one of the few remaining so-called Hauz pools in central Bukhara. The square encompasses various religious buildings and of course the main pool. The buildings around Lyabi Khauz date from the 16th and 17th centuries. In those days, the house pools were designed for bathing and ablution, but today they are purely aesthetic. I visited in mid-June and the temperature was well over 40 Celsius, so it was time to sit down and enjoy some iced Americano. I then went for a stroll around Bukhara's eye-catching old town. For the most part, this neighborhood is in pristine condition and you can feel the incredible Silk Road history permeating these walls. There are plenty of markets here and the most iconic ones are the so-called trading domes. Many of these were built in the 16th century and 4 survived to this day, the most famous one being Toki Sarofon. This particular trading dome housed money exchangers, which was an essential occupation due to the large presence of international merchants and customers all over Bukhara. Another activity that was performed here was money lending, and that brings me to the Jewish history of Bukhara. The Bukharan Jews are one of the oldest Jewish diaspora groups as they came here after the Babylonians conquered Jerusalem in 597 BC. The Jewish community of Bukhara existed for many centuries, and even though they faced severe discrimination under the various empires that controlled the city, they were able to prosper thanks to business and banking. The Bukharan Jews had to reside in a specific part of town, and beginning in the 19th century, many of them emigrated to Ottoman Palestine and later the State of Israel. As a result of multiple waves of mass migration, virtually no Jews are left in Bukhara today. As such, around 300,000 people can claim Bukharan Jewish ancestry today, and the vast majority live in Israel and New York. The main synagogue in Bukhara's former Jewish quarter was recently rebuilt, but during my stay it wasn't open to the public. I then visited one of the most jaw-dropping sites in central Bukhara, the Po-i-Kalan Complex. It comprises three parts: the ornate Kalan Mosque, the 45-meter-high Kalan Minaret, and the Miri Arab Madrasa. The original structures were completed in the 12th century, but they were destroyed during the invasion of Genghis Khan. The current site dates from the 16th century, and while a lot of stuff is under renovation, it is still a spectacular location and one of the must-visit historic monuments in Bukhara. For dinner, I went to a small local place where they served a Tajik specialty called Kurutob. It is rather hard to describe, as it is a liquid made of dried cheese with water, yogurt, vegetables and meat. The taste was a bit peculiar, but it was very flavorful, and I am happy that I tried something new. Fun fact, there is a sizable Tajik minority here in Bukhara, and a lot of people speak Tajik as their first language. As day one in Bukhara is coming to an end, let me quickly show you my accommodation. I stayed at the Mercure Bukhara Old Town, which is quite a fancy hotel, complete with an indoor pool, gym and rooftop bar. I chose this hotel because I had quite a lot of points in my Accor account, and I ended up paying 4,000 Accor points plus 50 euros per night, which is an excellent deal for a hotel of this standard. Better still, the rate included a lavish breakfast buffet. The next morning, it was time to explore another significant historic site, the Ark of Bukhara fortress. It was first built as a military structure in the 5th century AD and later used by all the different kingdoms and empires who controlled Bukhara. Today, it houses a rather interesting museum which chronicles the history of various political entities like the Timurid Empire and the Emirate of Bukhara. You can also admire a wide range of art and personal objects that belonged to the emirs of Bukhara before the Russian takeover in the 20th century. Next to the fortress, we have the Shukov water tower, which was built in 1929 and also features an observation deck. Unfortunately, it wasn't open when I stopped by. I then went to check out Bukhara Central Bazaar, which is a traditional Central Asian market hall. As such, you can find all the classics like spices, meat and textile here, but also everyday goods and handicrafts. The last location that I wanted to show you guys here in Bukhara is the Bolo House Mosque. It was completed in 1712 and beautifully restored in recent decades. And akin to the Lyabi house complex, it features a traditional symmetrical pool. And that is it from Bukhara, Uzbekistan. I really enjoyed my time here, and it is definitely worth including on your trip, as it's both similar and different to the two other cities, Tashkent and Samarkand, that I covered on the channel. The only downside is that if you visit in June, like I did, the heat is absolutely scorching. Bukhara has a small airport with flights to Russia and other parts of Uzbekistan, and it is currently the last stop on the high-speed Afrosiyob train, which I recently reviewed. Thanks very much for watching, and see you in the next one. Goodbye.